Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Surrey Board of Trade's 5th Surrey Arts and Business Awards. I'm Anita Huberman, President of the Surrey Board of Trade. We begin by acknowledging that we are in the treaty territory of the Tsawwassen First Nations and the unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, specifically the Kwantlen, Katzie, and Semiahmoo First Nations. As well, I acknowledge that we live, learn, work, and play on the land of the Inuit and Métis nations. The Surrey Board of Trade is Surrey's city-building business organization where business happens. We support business and attract business through government advocacy, international trade, business support, and a concierge of connections. We are making Surrey an opportunity city to live, learn, work, and play. This afternoon's event looks different as we again speak to you through a digital platform. The arts and culture industry, regardless, enhances the livability of Surrey, and we still need to celebrate those in Surrey that make such a meaningful impact on this industry. 18 months into the COVID-19 pandemic, we still see a substantial impact on the arts and cultural heritage sector. The global health crisis and the uncertainty resulting from it have profoundly affected operations and individuals, both employed and independent, across the industry in Canada. Although we see some restrictions lifted as the vaccination rate increases, the public demand for in-person cultural activities is expected to return at an unknown time, and with the assumption that different kinds of experiences will be popular. In last year's budget for the Government of Canada, they committed a $1.9 billion fund to help support the arts, culture, and sports sectors. On the other hand, the BC government is also taking action to help keep the sector resilient as BC's economy works to recover from the pandemic. The government of British Columbia has already invested over $22 million through Amplify BC to support BC's music industry over the next 3 years, and $35 million to support arts and culture organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, we need the arts now more than ever for our city's economic development, mental health, and creativity. The Surrey Board of Trade stands in solidarity with art organizations, their employees, and artists as things continue to unfold. We encourage the community of audience members, that's you, donors and grant makers, to do what they can to continue their support through this time of uncertainty. And now, to help us celebrate and delight us, please help me welcome Richard Tickleman with his rendition of We Built This City on Rock and Roll.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me or recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways, heating up the night. Marconi plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember?
Thank you, Richard. And now your Master of Ceremonies today is an award-winning journalist anchor at CTV News in Vancouver and host of CTV Morning Live. Her career began in 1994 as a morning show writer before taking on the challenging role as a photojournalist. 2 years later, she worked as a reporter and a weekend anchor covering breaking news and elections for all levels of government. In 2005, she received the Jack Webster Award for Best News Reporting and was nominated in 2004 for Best Feature Reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our Surrey Board of Trade friend, Miss Carrie Adams. Carrie, over to you.
Thank you, Anita, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us digitally for the 5th Surrey Arts and Business Awards. I'm pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies. And as Anita said, we're here together to recognize the importance of the arts and culture industry sector to economic development and to recognize those in Surrey that contribute to this sector in innovative and leadership ways. This event wouldn't be possible without the support of our amazing sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Scotiabank, as well as award sponsors Kwantlen Polytechnic University and the Tien Shear Group of Companies, and media sponsors CTV and Surrey Now Leader. Before we begin, I welcome Mike Spees, Director and Group Lead at Scotiabank, our presenting sponsor.
Thank you, Carrie, and hello, everyone. At Scotiabank, investing in our communities has been a focus for over 189 years. Our goal has always been to help create a better life for the people in the communities we serve for every future. This is one of the many reasons we are proud to be a long-standing member of the Surrey Board of Trade. Scotiabank has a long history and a deep passion for supporting arts, culture, and heritage in communities across Canada. Our sponsorship of the arts include the Scotiabank Giller Prize, the New Generation Photography Award, the Scotiabank Photography Award, and the Scotiabank Contact Photography Festival, and last but not least, our hometown favorite, presenting sponsor of the Surrey Arts and Business Awards. Scotiabank is proud to support the arts across Canada because we believe we get more from the arts than we could ever give. The arts enrich the communities where we live and encourage us to develop new perspectives. The arts make Canadians richer. The arts expose us to new ideas and allow us to see the world through a different lens, which provides us with the inspiration to pursue our own passions. Thank you for the opportunity to participate.
Thank you, Mike. I now welcome City of Surrey Councillor Lori Guerrera to bring greetings on behalf of the city.
Good afternoon. As Chair of the Parks, Recreation and Culture Committee, I am delighted to be here to bring greetings on behalf of the City of Surrey. I would like to acknowledge and commend the Surrey Board of Trade for their ongoing support in representing our arts and business community on so many fronts. The Surrey Arts and Business Awards recognizes the individuals and businesses that are committed to enriching Surrey through the arts. Surrey's creative industry is bold, innovative, and thriving, and greatly increases the livability of our city. There's no question that the global pandemic has had an impact on the accessibility of our cultural institutions, and yet our creative industry has done a phenomenal job in finding new possibilities. Rejigged and adapted to delivering performances and exhibits in innovative and meaningful ways, I have tremendous respect for the adaptability that the industry has shown, delivering performances either in large outdoor areas or digitally. The silver lining of the closures is that they have reaffirmed the importance of art and culture within our community and just how much they greatly enhance our lives. Now more than ever, we are recognizing how the arts can transport us to an uplifting emotional outlook that is vital to the human spirit and mental health. Congratulations to all of today's winners and nominees for your success and your invaluable contributions to the City of Surrey. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Councillor Guerrera. And to inspire us with her passion for music and theatre, Keely Ramage-Scott will tell us her journey to the performing arts.
Hi everyone, my name is Keely Ramage-Scott. I am a professional musician and the co-founder of Face the Music Entertainment, a PR and live music company based out of Surrey, BC. I meant to speak to you all today from somewhere other than my bedroom, but I've just had a foot surgery and unfortunately I've been confined to this room, so here we'll have to do. First and foremost, I would like to thank the team at the Surrey Board of Trade for the invitation to speak to you all today. I am so honored. Being asked to tell you all about my life in music is a dream come true to my younger self who always aspired to have a career in the arts. I was always a really creative kid. My imagination ran wild. I was always writing or performing or wanting to learn a new instrument. I would ask my friends at school to join a band with me almost on the daily, and we'd make plans or have band practices. We were kids, and on top of that, we were all kids that played the same instrument, piano, so nothing ever really amounted of it. But I think even that could have been a catalyst into my career in the performing arts. All these ideas that I had for bands that I wanted to form or events that I wanted to plan were constantly wanting to escape my head. I was writing up plans for dog shows, or concerts, or fundraisers, while I was still in elementary school. Even so young, I think that I was always a networker, because one day I walked up to the woman running the farmers market at Potter's in Langley and told her all about how I wanted to raise money for the SPCA. I don't remember what exactly I did or said, but I spent the better half of that summer creating dog bandanas, selling raffle tickets, and getting someone from the SPCA to bring small animals to my one-day only booth at the Potter's Farmers Market, thanks to one of those ideas in my head. Surprisingly, most of my time in high school was spent on a stage performing plays rather than behind an instrument. But in grade 12, I started guitar lessons once again, and my teacher asked me if I wanted to join a band playing the bass. The funny thing is, I'd never so much as picked up a bass before in my life, before that moment. Despite that, I said yes. I joined a band made up of a single friend and a bunch of guys that I'd never met before, with an instrument I'd never played. I'm still in that band to this day. Unknowingly, the one day when I decided to pick up the bass guitar opened up so many doors for me. Because I joined my band ESC, or The Escapes, I have played at a number of historic local venues, I have progressed in my skills as a musician, I have had the opportunity to meet so many incredible people, leading to so many amazing collaborations. And to top all of that off, I am now a session musician who plays for other people on my own right, rather than just for my own band, which has created so much more opportunity for creativity. By picking up an instrument and deciding to learn it among a group of people who are already seasoned players, I learned to work hard. Playing with people much better than you is the best possible way to learn quickly and grow for that reason. It forces you to work hard. Through performing for other people, I fell in love with concerts in their entirety. I wanted to be a part of the process of putting on a show that an audience would love and an artist would want to play at from start to finish. This combined passion for both music and event planning led to me co-founding my own PR and events company, Face the Music Entertainment, with my business partner Navreet Dhaliwal, based out of Surrey. Face the Music came to life out of a mutual desire to cultivate community of people who love music, while simultaneously making sure that artists are compensated like any working professional. Face the Music was born off the backbone of diversity and inclusion. At the beginning of 2020, we were so excited for our official launch, followed by several concerts that we had planned. Like many other companies, we were forced to pivot when the pandemic hit. Our secondary focus was always going to be providing artists with marketing and PR support, but we were able to change gears fairly easy, as live events were forced to be put on the back burner for the foreseeable future. The pandemic was not kind to anyone working in performing arts. Sometimes, however, our greatest struggles create our greatest opportunities for learning. Over the years that I've worked as a professional musician, I think I've learned some of the most important lessons of my life. For example, working in music has shown me just how important it is to have to be able to adapt. We all do our best to prepare for any situation, but we all know that things can go wrong. I've showed up to so many gigs where the equipment isn't what I expected, or something else goes wrong on stage mid-performance. But I did what I could do in the moment to make it all work, because art is a form of expression that brings us all together, and despite the cliche, the show must go on. I think that this event is a prime example of adaptability. Obviously, we were all supposed to gather through a very different medium today, but the team at the Surrey Board of Trade did what they thought was best for the safety of everyone here. I had to do something similar a few weeks ago. I had a fundraiser planned with live music that had to be postponed because, of course, the one day that we had our first official live event outdoors with Face the Music Entertainment was the day of the BC storm forecast. But I did what I had to do for the safety of my crew and attendees the same way that they did here. Of course, it was hard at first, but we adapted. We postponed our event. We did not cancel it. And I can assure you, our artists will get to play. We will raise money for the IRSSS. Everything will happen in time. Surrey as a city has had to show ability to adapt as well. We are growing at such a rapid pace. I would like to see our arts and culture scene continue to grow with the city. Being invited to join the Music City Surrey Task Force, headed by the Surrey Board of Trade, was such an honor because it felt like the perfect accumulation of all of my hard work to be able to help shine a light on the musical talent that we have here in Surrey. Thanks to this opportunity, I helped to produce the first ever Music City Surrey Showcase, a virtual series where we were able to do just that. Surrey has such a rich and diverse wealth of culture. I've seen it all through my years of living here, from the Surrey Fusion Festival to performances at the Surrey Arts Centre Theatre, to sitting down and speaking with a variety of musicians while I was producing the Music City Surrey Showcase. We have an opportunity to build a hub for the arts across the various districts of our city, from Cloverdale to City Centre. I want to be a part of that continued growth. I would like to see our government invest in these cultural spaces so that we may put ourselves on the map and support the livelihoods of artists. As a community, we can open doors for the performing arts just by showing a demand. I would like to challenge everyone listening today to find a way that you can show support for local musicians before the year is over. Maybe that's attending a virtual performance. Maybe it's purchasing their music or merchandise online. Maybe it's attending a performance, whether that's at a bar or a theater or wherever you are able to in the coming months. The best thing we can do for our musicians as a community is to continue to show support and advocate for funding for the arts. You can make a difference. We all share this cultural space. It belongs as much to those who enjoy music, who enjoy theater, who enjoy dance, as it does to those who work and play here. Thank you again for having me, and congratulations to all of this year's nominees and winners.
Thank you, Keely. That was an inspiring story. I now welcome Prem Gill, Chief Executive Officer, Creative BC.
Thank you, Carrie, and thank you to everyone joining in. I am Prem Gill, the CEO of Creative BC, and I'm speaking to you today from my office located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish people, the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. Thank you very much to the team at the Surrey Board of Trade for inviting me to speak to you here at the Surrey Arts and Business Awards, which recognize Surrey's vibrant creative industries and the individuals and businesses that are committed to enriching Surrey through the arts. Big congratulations to all the finalists, and thank you for the contributions you make to the creative sector. I'm going to share a short slide presentation with you to share a bit about what we do here at Creative BC, and as well as our role and some of the highlights of what's happening in Surrey around the economic foundations in the creative sector. Hang on with me 1 second while I share my slides. Okay, here we go. So many of you may or may not be familiar with Creative BC, but we are an independent society focused on supporting the creative industries of British Columbia through supports to the motion picture, interactive and digital media sector, magazine, and book and magazine publishing. We are a nonprofit, but we're supported by the province of BC, and you can see the highlights of the sectors that we're focused on there. So these are the major areas of how we provide supports. They really come through a variety of different programs, from grant and funding programs across all of these sectors. We support investment into British Columbia as well as export activities. We operate the Film Commission for British Columbia, which means that any film and television production that lands in the province has some touch point with us. And along with the Film Commission, we also manage the tax incentive programs for the film and television industry. More broadly, we really are here to support outreach and consultation around growing the creative industries here in British Columbia. But I thought for your interest today, I'd share some highlights of what's happening in Surrey, which again has a really vibrant, broad community of people doing so many interesting things. And this is just a glimpse into some of the areas that Creative BC is involved in, which touch some of the industries. Surrey, interestingly enough, has a huge magazine publishing industry. Many local magazines focused for the local community, but also more broadly providing information across the province. Many of these titles, some of you would recognize, some of you have probably been featured in these titles, but this is just one sampling of some of the great magazines that are being published out of Surrey today. You may or may not also be aware that Surrey also has a little mini hub of video game companies. And again, these may not be names some of you recognize, but companies such as Tricycle provide a large breadth of games that really focus on learning and mind development. I encourage you to really look up all these companies and hear about what they're doing out there. Surrey also has a large music industry and sound recording industry. So while we all have tools available to us on our laptops and even on our, in our back pockets through our phones and devices, there's really a lot of value in having sound recording studios, and many of them exist in Surrey, and these are just a few of them. So please do check out these names if you're not familiar with them. And we thought I'd share this interesting slide with you of the number of filming days that have taken place in Surrey. Obviously, in 2020, we saw a bit of a drop because of the pandemic and what was happening and business closing for a few months. But in 2021, we've seen a large uptick already, and we're really tracking towards having a really solid year of the number of filming days that take place in Surrey. And this is really in conjunction with the support of the Surrey Film Office through the city that a lot of this work happens. And you can see the slide from a large film that was shot partly in Surrey, Skyscraper with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. But there's many productions that happen across your city that I'm sure if you've seen production trucks, you'd be familiar with many television series that take place here in British Columbia that often find themselves located in Surrey. And 3,000 of the residents of Surrey, according to our 2019 stats, actually work and live in Surrey and contribute to the film and television industry. And that's a lot of people who are working in this sector. And it's a growing sector for people looking for new opportunities. It really is an industry that continues to grow and develop. And again, a large part of that foundation is both in studios located out in Surrey, but also the actual filming locations on a variety of locations across the city. So what is the value of the creative industries to British Columbia? In our last review of our stats, according to the numbers we collect here at Creative BC, the total GDP is almost $5 billion of the creative industries. And that's really a combination of all the sectors that we represent, and upwards of 60 to 70,000 full-time jobs, and both including direct and indirect and induced. And when we say indirect, what we mean are things like a supply shop that may be a supplier to the film industry while they don't actually, they're not a purely film supply company. They may, for example, be an antiques company that supplies set pieces to a film production. So that's it. I told you it was a short presentation, but really it's really a pleasure to be able to spend a few minutes with you and tell you a little bit about Creative BC and what the industries are doing. I hope it's provided you with a glimpse into the creative industries and what's happening and the role that the city plays in the economic foundation of the creative sector. I really do wish all of you the very best, and I hope that you enjoy today's showcase. And please do follow us and track the work of Creative BC. I hope that it touches some of your lives. Congratulations again to all the finalists.
Thank you, Prem. I'd now like to welcome our keynote speaker this afternoon. He was first elected as the MLA for Maple Ridge Mission on May 9th, 2017. For 25 years as an entertainment lawyer, author, and music consultant, he's helped Canadian musicians achieve their dreams. For more than a decade as executive director of Music BC, he was a strong advocate for the music industry and co-creator of the award-winning artist development program, the Peak Performance Project. He's a two-time Juno Award nominated recording artist and founding member of the musical group Rhymes with Orange. For 20 years, he's produced, written, and performed with the duo Mythos, a group that had major label releases and achieved top 20 status on the Billboard charts. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome BC's Parliamentary Secretary for Arts and Film, Bob Deeth.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Deeth. I'm the Parliamentary Secretary for Arts and Film. I'd like to acknowledge today that I'm speaking to you from the traditional territories of the Lekwungen-speaking people, the Songhees and the Esquimalt First Nations. Thank you for inviting me to this event, recognizing the incredible talents of all the nominees and contributions they make to the city of Surrey. We all know how critical the arts are to the well-being of societies and supporting healthier, resilient, more vibrant communities. There's no shortage of creativity among this year's nominees, and I can't imagine it was an easy task to select a winner in each of the award categories. The last year and a half has been incredibly challenging for everyone. We know it had a profound impact on arts, culture, and the creative sector, shutting down live performances and festivals and many things that affect so many people. Your art deserves an audience, and I speak for everyone when I say we've missed you, and we can't wait to have everyone back to live events as soon as possible. Our government is so proud to support arts and culture organizations through Creative BC and the BC Arts Council. I was proud to lead a roundtable with the music industry to find out what it needed most to recover from the pandemic, and what we heard was stability. We took this to heart and announced a $22.5 million program renewal of Amplify BC to help the music industry recover, the largest amount to date and the first multi-year contribution to this fund. We also provided crucial supports to arts and culture through BC Arts Council, a total of $35 million in funding. Surrey is a vital part of arts and culture and such a great arts hub, and the government is proud to have supported the city in many different ways, like supporting the Museum of Surrey through the BC Arts Council by providing almost $40,000 to improve accessibility to the museum. We also supported the Royal Academy of Bhangra, supporting $62,000 for improvements to accessibility and energy conserving renovations, and another $48,000 to bring the Academy's programs events online during the pandemic. These are just a few of the ways we've supported Surrey and the arts community in Surrey. We know recovery from the pandemic is a marathon, not a sprint, and we're committed to working together with all communities towards a strong future. Thank you to all the nominees for your perseverance during these very difficult times. Your work is important, and the government is proud to be part of your industry. Thank you to the Surrey Board of Trade for recognizing the importance of arts and culture in Surrey and setting an example to other communities. Congratulations to you all, and we look forward to celebrating to you in person next year. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Parliamentary Secretary Deeth. And now for the formal part of this afternoon's program that all of you have been waiting for, the Surrey Arts and Business Awards. These nominations were reviewed by the Surrey Board of Trade, Tourism, Arts and Culture team to determine the winners. We thank those team members for taking the time and evaluating the amazing work of our nominees. All nominees for the Surrey Arts and Business Awards were judged based on their positive impact to Surrey, the number of people they served, their history and involvement in performances, exhibits, commissions, and fellowships, and their artistic and professional affiliations. And now let's begin. The award category will be handed out one at a time. Photos will be shown separately for each finalist in that category, and I'll provide you with some brief information about each of the finalists. Then the award category sponsor will announce the award winner. The first award will be given in the Legacy category, awarded for a rich and enlightening career in the arts. This individual or business may be celebrating a milestone anniversary or capping off a long career in the creative economy industry. Ultimately, Surrey is more vibrant for its long-standing contributions. There are 3 finalists in the Legacy category. The first finalist, Fraser Valley Musical Theatre. Fraser Valley Musical Theatre, formerly Fraser Valley Gilbert and Sullivan Society, has spent the last 39 years bringing high-quality musical theatre to tens of thousands of people in Surrey. Whether light opera, pantomime, or Broadway musical, the productions are hilarious, fast-paced, and fun. In normal years, the premium pantomime of the Christmas season is followed by a springtime major musical. This pattern has won the hearts of many, along with countless awards and accolades. During the pandemic, Fraser Valley Musical Theatre learned to adapt and still be exceptional. Thus, the very successful Fairy Tale Mysteries radio show was born and made available on their website and on podcast apps. The Society's 40th anniversary will kick off with Cole Porter's Anything Goes at the Surrey Arts Centre on July 2nd, 2022. The next finalist, Semiahmoo Arts Society. Semiahmoo Arts is an umbrella organization dedicated to supporting the arts in White Rock and South Surrey. Their vision is arts for everyone. This means equity, inclusion, and diversity. Traditionally focused on the visual, performing, and literary arts, they've always promoted community arts outreach programs. Through the pandemic, they rapidly expanded their online presence with virtual gallery shows and online classes. They're now integrating their expanded online presence with center-based in-person activities. South Surrey is becoming a more diverse community, and they have embraced that diversity by reaching out to local First Nations, South Asian, and Mandarin-speaking communities. From arts advocacy to mentorship, Semiahmoo Arts provides a space for the local arts community to grow and prosper. And finally, the Surrey Youth Orchestra. The Surrey Youth Orchestra has proudly served the Surrey community as a non-profit organization for more than 45 years. Today, the Surrey Youth Orchestra, under the guidance of Artistic Director Joel Stobie, provides high-caliber music education for developing young talents aged 8 to 20 years of age. There are 4 orchestras: prelude strings, intermezzo strings, symphonic strings, and senior orchestra, grouped by the students' musical grade. Students meet each week to rehearse with their conductor in preparation for annual concerts, chamber music concerts, and community performances. Students learn a wide variety of repertoire ranging from classical to modern, thus providing experience while performing alongside their friends. I now welcome Sharon Sethi of TN Share Group of Companies to announce the winner.
The Share Group of Companies is proud to announce the year 2021 Surrey Arts and Business Award, Legacy category. And the award goes to Fraser Valley Musical Theatre. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Jim Nelson, President of Fraser Valley Musical Theatre, also affectionately known as GNS. We are thrilled to be selected as this year's Legacy winner. Thank you to the Surrey Board of Trade, and in particular the citizens of Surrey, for your continued support and as we continue to entertain you. We will be back on stage in 2022. But in the meantime, you can listen to us for free on the Fairy Tale Mysteries radio show.
Congratulations. The next category is the Cultural Ambassador Award, given to an individual or business that has significantly contributed to Surrey's arts and cultural community and raised the visibility of Surrey's creative industry. Again, there are 3 finalists. We begin with Comfort Adesuwa Arrow, African Stages Society. Since she arrived in Canada more than 20 years ago, Comfort Arrow has used hundreds of storytelling and artistic events to foster inclusive schools and communities across British Columbia, including Victoria, Burnaby, Vancouver, and Surrey for the past 15 years. One of her most successful endeavors is the after-school homework club for children of immigrants and refugees. She's also successfully led the Story Powering Youth program, SPOY, which uses story-based workshops to help youth deal with social exclusion positively. Comfort is an award-winning author of several works of literature in English and French. In 2019, the Legislative Assembly of BC publicly recognized her work with youth. In the same year, she won the Story Saver Award of the Storytellers of Canada. Next up, finalist Joy Chapman. Joy Chapman is the new Guinness World Record holder for the lowest female vocal note. A singer-songwriter hailing from Surrey, Joy showed an aptitude for songwriting and singing as she grew up, listening to her mother's work as a music teacher. Apart from her songwriting skills, Joy has also caught the audience's attention with her deep, low voice, often likened to that of Anne Murray or Toni Braxton. Her musical talent has given her many opportunities, such as being on tour with Legends International. In 2014 to 2020, her diva tribute show and main stage performances at the P&E caught Nashville's attention. And finally, Lilah Fitzgerald. Lilah Fitzgerald is an accomplished ballerina and actress who's traveled to various cities across North America and Europe for film sets, theater performances, film festivals, and premieres. Still, she always returns home to the community she loves and appreciates in Surrey. Lilah traveled with the Los Angeles Ballet Company for their 2016 Nutcracker run, dancing a featured role in all 14 performances of the tour. Andrew Brader choreographed Lilah for a feature role in the Joffrey Ballet School's Texture performance in New York City. Recently, she danced as an apprentice company member in Coastal City Ballet's 2020-21 season. Lilah was a series regular on the TV show Date My Dad alongside Barry Watson and Raquel Welch. She has been in multiple feature films, including Seventh Son with Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore, and Everything Will Be Fine with James Franco, directed by Wim Wenders. Lilah won a Leo Award for her lead role in A Girl's Best Friend. Next up for her is the part of Annie in the Sony Pictures feature film Honey Girls, releasing on October 19th, 2021. I now welcome Randall Height of Kwantlen Polytechnic University to announce the winner.
Kwantlen Polytechnic University is proud to announce the year 2021 Surrey Arts and Business Award Cultural Ambassador winner. And the award goes to Comfort Adesuwa Arrow. Congratulations, Comfort, on this great award.
I'm so honored to have been selected as a finalist of the Surrey Arts and Business Awards. I'm pleased to accept this award on behalf of all who continue to promote African arts and culture. Being recognized as a cultural ambassador is truly an honor, and I hope to continue to ensure that we all learn from each other's diverse culture, as this is our strength. Congratulations once more to all the other recipients as well. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. The next category is the Arts and Innovation, awarded for originality, ingenuity, and resourcefulness within the creative sector, music, dance, visual art, and literature. Here are the three finalists. First, Sandeep Johal from Sandeep Johal Arts. Now, Sandeep Johal is a multidisciplinary visual artist who engages in drawing, collages, textiles, and large-scale mural painting. Through her Indo-folk feminine aesthetic, Johal typically communicates the stories of women. Though she highlights female suffering in its many forms, these are ultimately stories of resilience and resistance. Johal has worked on notable projects with the Vancouver Art Gallery, Burrard Arts Foundation, Indian Summer Festival, Vancouver Mural Festival, and clients such as the University of British Columbia, Simon Fraser University, and Lululemon. Johal holds a diploma in fine arts with honors from Langara College in 2007. The next finalist, Nela Hallwas, XBA School of Dance, founded in Surrey in 2001. XBA is the only dance school in BC to offer the International Certification of Dance Studies in Contemporary Dance as accredited by UNESCO's International Dance Council. XBA fosters a free-thinking environment, and creative participation is strongly encouraged for all students. Nela Hallwas has created a world-class facility offering the best quality dance education in a higher learning environment. XBA alumni include a gold medalist Olympian, Canada's women's 8 rowing, Tokyo Olympic and World Skating champions, dance teachers, a Canadian film and television actor, international dance and performance artists, scholars, and art therapists. And finally, Young People's Opera Society. The Young People's Opera Society of BC is a registered charity founded by Juno Award-winning singer Patricia Dahlquist in 2005. Now, since the society entered its second decade in 2015, significant progress has continued under the new artistic director, Dolores Scott. The Opera Society's practical training program offers affordable opportunities for people both young and young at heart to learn about, participate in, and sing opera at a community level. With weekly rehearsals and several performances a year, the unique opera program in Surrey incorporates singing, dancing, acting, learning various aspects of stagecraft, and offering opportunities in production. I now welcome Chair Sethi of T-Ensure Group of Companies to announce the winner.
Glisha Group of Companies is proud to announce the year 2021 Surrey Arts and Business Award, Arts and Innovation Award category. And the award goes to Sandeep Johal. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you so much to the Surrey Board of Trade for honoring me with the Arts and Innovation Award. I appreciate it so much. Your support of my art practice means so much to me. And thank you to Rona Doria, a huge thank you for nominating me for this award.
Congratulations. And I just wanted to mention that the Surrey Board of Trade has a Surrey Music City Centre office in partnership with Fusion Presents. What do? Well, they ensure that music is a driver of employment and economic growth. Music complements and works with all the segments of the arts and cultural industry. The Surrey Music City Centre uses quality music to generate jobs, taxes, and growth, puts music at the heart of Surrey's economic development agenda, and develops Surrey's Music City. And now for the final presentation, the Music Award, presented to an individual or company that either supports musicians or has excelled in the musical industry. First finalist in the Music Award category, Glisha de Cruz. Now, Glisha is a 20-year-old Surrey-based Filipino-Canadian singer-songwriter with international hit songs. From her very successful first single, Over Myself, in late 2018, to her first album, Attachments and Acceptance, released in March 2021, including the hit songs Scars and Scratches and Staycation, Glisha's music garnered more than 1.2 million streams online music platforms. Glisha is a 2019 Joey Awards winner for Best Performance in a Recorded Song and won Excellence by a Female Artist at the 2020 Fraser Valley Music Awards. Glisha is also an environmental advocate committed to community volunteerism. The next finalist, Josh Bogert. Josh Bogert is a recording and performing artist in South Surrey. Reaching international success with his music, Josh will always appreciate the city that started his career. From performing at official city events to getting involved in Surrey's culturally rich community, he couldn't have done any of it without the help and support of his home. You can find Josh on all major music streaming platforms and social media promoting his music career. And still, you'll also find him as one of this year's Surrey Band-Aid mentors, helping teach and inspire the next generation of artists in our city. And finally, Luv Randhawa. Luv Randhawa is a singer, songwriter, and entertainer. His career in the music industry dates back to 1999 with North America's first fusion Bhangra band, Signia. He has topped world iTunes charts with many of his catchy singles and album releases during his Love Music Online solo career. Recently, he was #2 on the Canadian iTunes R&B Soul charts with his mainstream album entitled Believe in Me. Luv has received recognition from the House of Commons and was awarded the 2020 Best International Artist by the UK Bhangra Awards. Luv has been recognized for his outstanding contribution to the music and arts industry. I now welcome Randall Height of Kwantlen Polytechnic University to announce the winner.
Kwantlen Polytechnic University is proud to announce the year 2021 Surrey Arts and Business Award Music Award winner. The award goes to Luv Randhawa. Congratulations, Luv, on this great honor.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Luv Randhawa, Love Music Online, and I just want to take this moment out to thank you guys. It's an amazing feeling to have won this amazing award from the Surrey Board of Trade. It means a lot to me, means the world to me. Music is an international language, doesn't matter where you're from, but the big thing is that you enjoy music from all cultures. And you know what, that's the beauty of Surrey, is the diverse cultural diversity that we have there. And as well as to everybody that has voted and nominated me, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know what, the music is going great. Takdir, My Destiny just came out and hit #1 on iTunes World Music Charts. Awesome award, and can't wait to perform and see you guys all soon. Much love, one love. That's your boy Luv Randhawa. Take care.
Congratulations. Well, finally, the Surrey Board of Trade would like to recognize Shaw Communications, Inc. for its philanthropic contributions to arts and culture. Shaw is a leading connectivity company that is actively engaged in our communities and understands the importance of supporting the organizations that are working hard to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands of youths across Canada. As part of its commitment to the community, Shaw partners with organizations across the country that are working to make the arts accessible to children and youth from all backgrounds. This includes working with organizations like Arts Umbrella, which through the Shaw Creative Journeys program has given more than 3,500 youth across the Lower Mainland free arts activities to help develop their creative expression and help them build more inclusive communities for a brighter future. Congratulations to all the award winners. Again, I thank the following sponsors for supporting the Surrey Arts and Business Awards. Our presenting sponsor, Scotiabank, Our award sponsors, Kwantlen Polytechnic University and the TN Shear Group of Companies, and our media sponsors, CTV and Surrey Now Leader. Without their support, today's events would not have been possible. I encourage you to support them. Well, that's it. Be safe, and remember what Anita Huberman and the Surrey Board of Trade said at the beginning. The Surrey Board of Trade stands in solidarity with arts and culture organizations, their employees, and artists. Surrey, we encourage the community of audience members, donors, and grant makers to do what they can to continue their support and promotion of our art and culture businesses and organizations. From CTV, I'm Carrie Adams. Thanks for joining us, and make it a great afternoon.